Hey, I'm talking here. I'm talking here. Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
Hello, everyone. Steve Rizzo here, and welcome to Hey, I Am Talking Here. This is a show about empowerment. It's a show that will take you to a better place personally and professionally. And in my view, that is the ultimate success. I hope everyone is doing fine. And I'd like to thank all of our followers for sharing and getting the word out to all the people to watch the show. I really appreciate your comments. And if you have any, you can start throwing them up there whenever you want. We'll try to get to most of them. I am very excited about the title of today's show, Passion and Enthusiasm. Do you have it? That's the question. And do you have it on a consistent basis? Because it is passion and enthusiasm, in my view, actually, it's really not my view, I think it's a fact, that separates those who consistently succeed in life from those who consistently fail, from those who really enjoy themselves during the process of whatever it is they're trying to achieve. As a matter of fact, I think it's enjoyment is the spark that ignites passion and enthusiasm. And we're going to be hearing this phrase and a couple of other phrases a few times throughout this particular segment because, as you know, I always repeat stuff because I think repetition is the mother of learning. And the more you say it, the more it gets implanted in that brain of yours, however it functions. But I love the title, Passion and Enthusiasm. And we will be showing a video clip in a little bit, the Word According to Bob video. By the way, this show is brought to you by Conversations with Bob, which is my newest book that's out. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of writing book 2 right now. I know that's insane, but I am. And if you want to know who Bob is, well, you're going to have to read the book. It's a good read. It's all dialogue between two characters, your inner Bernie and your inner Bob. There is an inner Bob and an inner Bernie in every one. It is your choice and your responsibility as to which one you're going to listen to in your life. And my co-host, Debbie Bettendorf, won't be here this evening. You talk about someone with passion and enthusiasm. This woman has it all, and because of this spark that she ignites all the time when she's with people, she is in California right now, in L.A., and she's videotaping a documentary, and I'm not at liberty to give the title of what it's all about, but it has great potential to be aired on TV on all the major channels, and but she deserves it, and she is a perfect example of someone who walks the talk and gives as much passion and enthusiasm as she possibly can in every endeavor, in every project that she works on. And I found out about her at a Zoom presentation that someone was giving of me, wanted to know about my life, and I noticed her in the audience. This is on a Zoom conference. I noticed her in the audience, and I kept looking at her, saying, "There's something about this person that I have to know," because I felt that energy. I know this sounds corny, but I do have a gift to feel people's energy, even through a Zoom conference. And I connected with her immediately after the presentation, after I was interviewed, and we became very close. And that's how she became my co-host. And she's doing so many wonderful things. So this is going to be a great show. And I'd like to say, hey, Dan, thank you. Passion and enthusiasm. And that's all Dan has to say. Usually Dan says a lot more than that. Debbie has atomic energy. Yeah, yeah, you got that. ACC team, thank you for being such a phenomenal humor being. Thank you very much for saying that, ACC team. I so much appreciate you. Wow, the comments are coming in already. Hey, I'll tell you, I'm all excited here, folks. I'm getting respect for the first time in my life. So, anyway, think about it. Think about what you think passion and enthusiasm is, because it's something that has to be acquired. And if you're not an optimistic person, if you have a tough time being positive, especially throughout the day or when you wake up in the morning, it's going to be very difficult for you to harness this thing that I call passion and enthusiasm. But if you do, it's something that can make a dramatic difference in your life. And it's not something that you have just to achieve a particular professional goal. It's something that should be used on every facet of your life, whether you're taking the dogs for a walk or cleaning the garage or you're taking care of the kids or you're at work or you're at your career and you're trying to crank it up to that next level. It is absolutely the passion and enthusiasm that pushes you to go that extra mile when things aren't going the way that you want, or that when you're confronted with a mistake, passion and enthusiasm makes you realize there aren't any mistakes. There's do overs. You just learn from it and you get it right the next time, or the next time, or the next time until you finally get the thing that you desire or the thing that you're trying to achieve. So before we go any further with that, let me introduce my director and my producer. First of all, the guy that I couldn't do this without, Bruce. Why don't you appear?
I'm
See,
appearing. Hello. So how's it going?
you do. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So talking about passion, enthusiasm, the first thing that came to my mind was that saying by Confucius, which is, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
That's one of the best quotes. You're right, and I've heard that before. But that's exactly right. But you want to know? You just mentioned that comment, and for those of you that say, "Well, you don't do what I do," a lot of people have that attitude and they take it to work with them. But
Right.
I'm going to challenge you, if you have that attitude, that there are things, whatever it is that you do, that you can be grateful for, that you could appreciate. And that's the stuff you hold on to that could ignite the passion and enthusiasm. Because I'm of the belief that no matter what you do, if you realize that without what it is that you do, people would have a tough time moving on with their lives, that should ignite some kind of passion and enthusiasm. Every job is making a difference in someone's life. Whether you're stocking shelves at a supermarket, you're shining shoes, you're a police officer, you're in the fire department, you're an electrician, um, a carpenter, you're working from your home. Think about what it is that you do, and then think, what would the country be like? What would the world be like if people like me weren't doing what it is that I do?
Yep.
And that should ignite something within you, and focus on that and take that to work with you for the next couple of weeks and see if that doesn't make a difference.
Well, I was going to take it one step further, though. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, actually says that you need to be passionate. Well, actually, being passionate about what you do, or loving what you do, is only the first step. It's just that you don't mind working harder or working longer if you love what you're doing, but you still are working.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just easier to do that extra work because you love what you're doing.
Well, that's just it, because people call it work. You don't have to. There is something within you that can make that choice to enjoy the process. And you can do that no matter how difficult it is. I mean, you look at Viktor Frankl. I read the book, A Man's Search for Meaning. Here's a guy that was in prisoner of war in World War II in Auschwitz. He knew that his wife was killed. He knew that his daughter was killed, but yet he found something to hold on to. And it was his sense of humor that ignited something within him. And every single day in this prison camp in Auschwitz, I don't even know if how I can't fathom how difficult that must be, but he did it. Every day he promised, him and a friend promised every day they would find the humor in the situation that they were in. And every other day they would have these satirical plays that they would perform, which was making fun of the guards in their situation. And many people wanted to be a part of these little skits that they did, even though they knew that they were going to miss what little food rations that they were going to get. Because according to Viktor Frankl, and this is what he said, sometimes nourishment of the soul is more important than nourishment of the body. And it was that attitude that helped him to survive, to persevere, and he was able to write one of the most profound books ever written on attitude, on how to persevere even in the most dire situations.
And then
And
there are those who believe that mind over matter. You got Think and Grow Rich, which is business-like, but then
yes,
you also have Christian Science, which is self-healing through prayer and thought.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all based on choices. You have the power to ignite your own passion and enthusiasm. And that's what this show is going to be about. And that's where Debbie is right now in Los Angeles. I'm so proud of her and so happy for her because this woman dedicated her entire life to raising her family, her children, her daughters, her son. And and now all of a sudden, the past year and a half to 2 years, now that they're older and they're out on their own, she has this part of her that ignited and she just started branching out and started discovering other parts of herself, and her passion and enthusiasm is second to none. And which is a perfect segue to bring up our special guest and a very, very good friend of mine, a dear friend of mine. And you know what's strange about this? I can say a dear friend of mine, and we've only known each other for about maybe 2 years, maybe not even, but she is a good friend. So
have you met her in person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did at a Jeffrey Gitomer event.
Because a lot of times people grow close to each other through this Zoom, through this live streaming, and never met. Like we've never met in person.
No, you and I never have. But yet I can actually.
I refuse to go to Long Island.
Yeah, well, actually, I'll tell you what. I will be in Chicago in 2 months, so I will let you know. We'll have dinner on me. On me. Okay, I'm just saying.
Up at the restaurant.
Yeah, but that's what's cool about what we do too. You talk about passion and enthusiasm. I consider you a friend, and I know I can call you anytime I want with a challenge that I have that you can help me with, and that's what's great about this type of technology. It connects people in another way that gives you passion and enthusiasm as it sparks that in me too. And those are the things we have to focus on to ignite that passion and enthusiasm. The little things that can ignite that.
You like fast food? Because that's the kind of restaurants. No, just kidding.
No. Yeah. Well, that's where I'm taking you to dinner, so I hope you don't mind.
There you go.
But let's bring up our special guest right now. Kellen Ann, where are you? Oh my God. She's doing the right thing. She's reading a wonderful book.
Stephen, when did you come in?
Oh God, I love you. You are so wonderful. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Actually, I know you're doing wonderful. So I was just talking to you not too long ago. I think it was early this morning, and it's been a while. We used to connect all the time, like almost every other day, but you got caught up in so much stuff. And for some reason now, your career is like taken off in so many directions. And it's because of the passion and enthusiasm that you have for what it is that you do. Why don't you talk about what's happening to you right now?
I don't even know where to start. I've got my book coming out like any day now. So I actually sent it to Amazon. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Business is growing. I've been doing some work for some celebrities. So that's kind of fun. No, and then I've half written my second book, and I've got the outline for my third book. So it's been great stuff. And it's like what you guys are talking about. If it's not work, because I actually love what I'm doing right now. I'm in the right place at the right time.
Well, you know what? You just nailed it. And I'm going to get a little personal with you because I do know you that well.
Yeah.
She had a passion and she had incredible enthusiasm for what she's doing, but she had to put it on hold for quite a few years. Mm-hmm. And it's because your mom wasn't doing well and she recently passed on.
Right.
And you dedicated. You knew this had to be done. Sometimes there are priorities in life that hold that desire that you have for what you know you can and should be doing, but you have to put it on hold because there are other things that need to be done. And you almost every 3 days or so, you had to rush your mom to the hospital. You had to wait there for her for hours and hours and hours, putting your career on hold, taking her home, taking care of her again, only to know that the next week she had to be rushed to the hospital again. Then you had to take care of your daughter, drive her to college, which was 6 hours away. And you had
10.
There was so much that you kept saying what you wanted to do. And I saw that it was eating you up because you were torn. But this is what I think about life and the law of attraction. And when you're doing the right thing for yourself and for life itself, when your mom passed away, as difficult as it was for you, it was like the universe was saying, here's your reward. Now you can let loose and do what needs to be done. and all this stuff, great stuff that's happening to you, your business with the cards, your books. I read the book with the pugs, which I thought was, I want you to talk about in a minute. I wrote a testimonial for it.
Yes.
It's brilliant. It's different. It's unique. And my point is that you are feeling, because I know you had your doubts, as we all do. You had your doubts. Is it ever going to happen? The frustration was there, but now all of a sudden it's clicking in. You're on a different level, a different point, a different facet of your life, and the universe, the God, the whatever you want to call it, is saying, "Here's your reward. Reap the benefits." You never let go of it.
I think both of our conversations we were having over that year, they were filled with frustration. We were both frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, I could feel it when I talked to you as well. And I'm like, he knows.
Yeah, because my brother was going through so much stuff for years, and I was with him almost every other day. He lived 7 minutes from me, and it was hard to focus on other things when stuff like that is happening in your life. But then there's this liberation. If you don't, my point here, folks, is no matter what you're going through, and there are responsibilities that you have to take care of, do what you need to do. But don't let go of what juices you. Don't ever let go of who you are and what you need to do to get to that level in life where you're fulfilling your desires. And some people might even call that selfish, but there's a part of being selfish that needs to be listened to, and it needs to be adhered to. And you have to honor that and start taking care of you. And life has a way of working its way out. And in time, and you'll know when that time is, let loose and take care of what needs to be done for you. Take care of you. Even if it's just a matter of relaxing and taking care of your life and taking time off to appreciate the simple things in life. Some people can't do that. Some people are so caught up in trying to make a living that they forget what it's like to live, So,
oh my gosh. And then you feel guilty when you take that time for yourself. I mean, I'm sure you felt the same way.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Did you hardly ever do anything for yourself?
Yeah.
Even healthy stuff,
Exactly. And Lynn Serrano just said it. She goes, listen to the little whispers. Yeah. And those little whispers come from your authentic self, your higher self, the God part of you. That's the part of you that always brings out the best in you. That's the part of you that says, chill out, for crying out loud. Just chill out. It will happen, but don't give up. Don't lose your vision. Don't lose your heart for that. There are things that need to be taken care of, but it'll happen. But the more you
losing my vision was the scariest part. I was afraid I would lose my vision and it would just be gone.
But that's why we connected a lot, because we were there to help each other. Yeah. Sometimes when you vent to someone what you're going through, it's your own answer comes to a head, and you go, "Oh yeah, of course," and it keeps you going for a couple of more days.
Oh, I remember conversations where I said something to you and you went, "Oh yeah, got to go by click." Because like, "Oh, I guess we're done."
I know. Yeah. So I just want everyone to know it's key. Passion and enthusiasm is crucial. If you don't have it, you got to find it. And we're going to show the video clip in a little bit. But first, what I'd love for you to do is show people your new tooth. She's got a diamond on her tooth.
It doesn't show up.
It's the first thing she showed me before the.
I keep like turning my head, hoping at one of the lights.
Oh my God! She kept showing it to me, and I kept saying, "God, I'm glad you didn't get a breast implant."
Why?
This
Steve?
is.
Why are you glad I did not get?
Come on, let me see. Come on, I want to see.
He said I would show it to everybody.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
And I said, no, I got a revocable trust. It was the same price, but a better deal.
Funny. Hey, Dan Altmeyer is saying, hello, Kellen Ann. We will get your comments in a little bit, folks. There it is. Hey, Kellen Ann. But you know what? Let's just take a quick break between you and I. We'll get back. But let's show the word according to Bob video. This is about passion and enthusiasm and the importance of enjoying your life. Folks, I want you to get into this. As I said, some of this stuff we already talked about, but just listen, and I know you'll learn something from this. Did you know that studies have shown that people who make a conscious choice every day to enjoy themselves during the process of whatever it is they're trying to achieve are more creative, more productive, able to bounce back faster from life's challenges, and find solutions to problems a lot quicker. Unfortunately, enjoyment is something that most people leave by the wayside today, especially when they're setting out to achieve their goals and change is taking place, and things, well, just aren't going the way that they want. That's when the stress level gets a little too intense, self-doubt, overwhelm, fear, and other negative emotions can become very dangerous mindsets. And without realizing it, enjoyment becomes secondary at a time when it needs to become primary. My point is this: there is absolutely no reason why you can't plan for the future, set goals, undergo your daily routine, deal with the challenges, any unexpected that will inevitably come about at some point, and still make a conscious choice to enjoy yourself while doing so. Now, many of you have heard me say, quite a few times as a matter of fact, that a state of feeling good is at the core of your success and happiness. That feeling good is the fuel that drives motivation and inspiration. Now, if this is true, and by the way, it is, then enjoyment shifts motivation and inspiration into high gear. Why? Because enjoyment is the spark that ignites passion and enthusiasm. Always, always remember that. Write it down, get it laminated, slap it on your refrigerator. Again, enjoyment is the spark that ignites passion and enthusiasm. These two forces are key to creating the things that you desire, because the energy that they radiate will not only increase your overall degree of attention, but also generate a powerful connection to a higher part of yourself. In fact, the word enthusiasm comes from the Greek word entheos, meaning the God within. When you're truly passionate, enthusiastic about your vision, you activate this higher part of yourself to assist you in co-creating your dreams. When times are tough, it's the passion and the enthusiasm that compels you to hold on to your vision and pushes you to go that extra mile. It's passion and enthusiasm that propel you into a zone where you feel confident, courageous, and victorious, regardless of your circumstances. Failure isn't an option at all, and mistakes are viewed as do-overs. You don't even consider defeat. You're in such a high state of mind that you're going to find yourself saying, okay, this didn't work. What do I have to do to turn this around? Who can I go to that can help me? I know I can do this, and I'm going to get this done one way or another. Always, always nurture your passion and enthusiasm. Allow yourself to get excited about it. Feel it, talk to it, sense it, acknowledge it, embrace it. Visualize your goals and dreams with it. Because when you hold on to your vision with passion and enthusiasm, you're going to experience new circumstances, greater opportunities, and serendipitous events will come your way. And that is the word according to Bob.
Do you know what my favorite word is?
What?
Serendipity.
Serendipity, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite word.
Well, that's a great word, because that's what happens when you ignite the passion and enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. Serendipitous events comes into your life. And if you notice what I was saying in that video, when I say visualize it, I mean feel it as if you already have it. Mm-hmm. You see, your subconscious runs 95% of your life. It's very objective. It doesn't know an event that's taking place in your life, a real event, to the thoughts that you might be having about something that's creating the belief that you have about that event. Mm-hmm. So to your subconscious, it's the same thing. So if you're going through your life and you see what it is that you desire and you're holding on to it with the feeling that you already have it, it's just in this vortex now. It's just a matter of time before it manifests. But if you go through the course of every day feeling it, it's there, I know it's there, it's just a matter of time, that's what ignites the thing to manifest, to come into your life. But you can't do it without the passion and enthusiasm. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You know, another thing that I thought of when I was listening to that video was, if we hadn't taken the time to take care of If we hadn't taken the time to take care of your brother, my mother, there would have been this guilt layer on us,
Yep.
and we wouldn't have been able to get.
Yep.
I
But
mean, I believe that truly.
but we had faith. We believed in
Right.
the
No,
higher
but I'm
power.
just saying, could you say if you just blew off your brother and
Yeah.
then something happened, like your head would, I think we would have been
Exactly.
so messed up that we
Exactly.
wouldn't be able to have
Well,
passion about
you know,
anything.
John Lennon said it best. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Only he said it this way. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. But the thing is that we didn't let the dream go. We didn't let the desire go. We believed in the God part of us that was saying stuff has to be done. Don't fret. And we did go down a little bit, but we never lost it. We never lost the passion and enthusiasm. And then when they went on in their lives, and now they're in another realm somewhere, we had the opportunity to do what needed to be done for us.
Mhm.
And that's how it works. And by the way, can you bring up Lisa Perna's remark, please? Thank you, Lisa. But the other one from Lisa, I wonder who did the video. Yeah. Hey, that's an incredible video. Whoever created it is brilliant. Her husband created it.
Wait, if we're talking about brilliance, how about that book?
Oh, what book?
The book in your video.
Aha. You mean Conversations with Bobby?
No, the red book.
Oh, the red book. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, folks, by the way, God, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But yeah, the red book that comes at the
Going for
beginning,
a compliment.
animation, that red book, she created that. Kellen Ann created that red book. That's right.
Yeah, you
And
forgot.
Lisa's husband is the one that was in charge of the animating
Did
that.
the
and putting that
animation
whole
of it?
video
That's
together.
so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. It takes a team. So you
Mhm.
can't do everything by yourself. We're
No.
blessed with having an incredible team. So Lori, Justin Thicken. I wonder who that is. She's a dear friend. I've known her for 40 years. Absolutely. Absolutely. Enthusiasm, the God within. The ACC team again. Go, go, go. Yeah, this is Ted Legal. Hey, Ted, how are you doing? Give us a little shout out at that. And Lynn says, hi, beautiful friends.
Wait, I think she's talking about me.
I was just going to say, apparently she's talking about you. She is very talented. Yes, she is. Yeah, you did a great job on that book. It's
I
amazing.
have my moments.
Everyone comments on it. That's part of your passion and enthusiasm. You got a lot of passion and enthusiasm. But the key is, again, I'm going to say it again,
Yep.
to ignite that passion and enthusiasm, you have to make a conscious choice every day to enjoy yourself during the process of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. I know you've heard me say many times, as I said in the video, feeling good is the fuel that drives motivation, but enjoyment shifts motivation into high gear, inspiration into high gear. And the way you enjoy what it is that you're doing is, and we did this, we were perfect examples of this, is when life is throwing shit at you, accept the fact that you have responsibilities, things are happening, but there's always those times when you can shift your way of thinking to what's working, to bless the things that life has given you, and hold on to that stuff, knowing that the other stuff will iron itself out at some point. And yes, there will be times when you're going to say, I hit rock bottom. And we just had an episode, Debbie and I, about 3 weeks ago, when you hitting rock bottom. When you hit rock bottom, that's a blessing because you can't go any further.
Right.
Right? So then you say, what the hell do I do now?
You
Well,
can
now
just
you
go
figure
up.
out a way to go up. Yeah, exactly. Most people don't look at that. It's like that old commercial. I've fallen and I can't get up. Well, you know what? You can. You're calling for help. It'll happen eventually. That commercial cracks me up, by the way. So, Bruce, let's take a look at some more of the comments because I don't want to ignore anyone. We've been doing that lately. Here's a comment, Jennifer.
What's going on? I heard two of the coolest people on the planet were doing a live together, and I had to just drop in here.
Well,
I love that. Oh my God. Did you know this when I talked to you today?
Oh, that's really cool.
Okay.
Well, I texted her before the show. Now, you people don't know if you don't know who Jennifer is. I spent 4 days with my best friend Jeffrey Gitomer and Jennifer 4 days at their place.
I'm not your best friend. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I said you guys are my best friend. I just
No, you
said both
didn't.
of you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, did I?
My
Well,
best
I
friend
know. All right,
Jeffrey
look, I'm
Gitomer.
sorry. I've known him for 30 years. Okay, I've known you
Okay,
for
fine.
but you're right up there. And the thing, God, put me on a fucking spot. Why don't you?
I just want to make sure, I'm like high on that list,
No,
Oh,
you're right there.
My list.
You're right
Way.
there.
Well, Kellen's list, I know. 'cause
As a matter of
he's
fact,
on my list.
Jennifer, you know this. When I can't connect with Jeffrey, I always go to you.
Oh, I feel so honored. I'm
Yes.
But you're a second choice.
I
No,
know,
no,
it's
no,
like,
no, no. No,
it's like
because
you were out of steak, so I got the turkey. It's
all right.
Most is good.
I'll shut up now, okay?
Good idea.
Oh my God.
No, but I'm not going to give up on this, because when I was with you guys, my brain, you talk about people with passion and enthusiasm, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your butt, but I want to tell you the two of these together are, how many times did I say to you, I need to take a nap?
Yeah.
And I did. I really did.
Naps.
It's amazing what they've accomplished in their lifetime, where they live, the wonderful home that they live in, the way they treat their friends, the way everyone in their community knows them. It's nonstop. And I am not saying this just because you're on the show. These two are the perfect example of passion and enthusiasm.
Oh.
Do they have challenges? Of course they do. Of course they do. And first of all, she's married to Jeff. There's a challenge right there. So, but I'm serious. These people do things. It comes from here, and it's all based on, how can I serve? Who can I help? I learned more in those 4 days, and what they did to help me with my career was absolutely incredible. I was sitting on the plane on the way home going, my brain hurts. I can't believe both of them are doing this for me. As a matter of fact, you're the one that reminded me when we were at Barnes and Noble, and Jeff had to bring 10 of his books there because they already sold out on all of his books. Jeffrey Gitomer has like, what, 8 New York Times best-selling books, right? It's just amazing. Anyway, so as we're there, the manager comes by, and Jennifer says to me, there they are. Jennifer says to me, Steve, do you have your book? Why don't you give it to Michael, the manager? He flipped out at the cover. He loved the title. I told him what it's about. And now he's placing the book up front in the Barnes and Noble. He gave me a contract to sign, and he's going to be connecting with me. I'm sending him 20 books, and he's going to make an attempt to give it to all the Barnes and Nobles throughout the country. And I'm like in awe about, all because you suggested, because I had it in my case that I brought to Barnes and Noble. You said, why don't you give him a copy of your book? And I went, duh, that's a good idea. They're always thinking of other people, and that's part of passion and enthusiasm. If you wake up every morning, folks, and you say, how can I serve? Who can I help with my talents? And how can I help them to get from here to here without asking for anything in return? You ignited that passion and enthusiasm within, and it stays with you. And it's a great feeling. It's the gift in itself.
It is. It is.
I'm so glad you made it.
Yours is looking so sparkly. Have you noticed this? I love it.
It was
What?
after 6, so
Oh. Look at her
Nobody-
sequins. Even her mic is sequined up.
nobody can see my tooth though.
Did you see that tooth?
I heard all about it today.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I told her, inform me when she has a breast implant. That's what I want to say.
He thinks I'll show everybody.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's the comedian in me.
Jeffrey actually taught me this about enthusiasm. He said the word enthusiasm comes from the Greek word ethos, which is enthusiasm from within. It starts within us.
From the God within. Yes. We just
Yes.
said that in the video. Yes.
Okay. Oh. There
That's
you go.
okay. I'm glad you said that, because now
There you
people
go.
know I didn't make it up. Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, what is the God within you that's creating that enthusiasm, right? Where is that spirit? And I think in sales, especially because I teach sales, if you're not enthusiastic about something, your potential customer won't be either. If you're not so excited about it from the inside, then they won't feel it. But if you are, then you don't have to show up and say, hey, let me tell you what I'm so excited about. You just show up and share, and they're going to feel that. That energy gets transferred.
Yep.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, that's that exemplified everything we were talking about. Absolutely. Our gifts and talents are not for us, but for others. Exactly, Lisa. Absolutely. By the way, Lisa Perna is going to be on our show in a few weeks, folks. Yep.
We love Dan.
Everybody loves the Gitomers. Well, everybody knows you guys. And you're so right. It's that passion and enthusiasm that people that you're working with, working for, pick up. You know, I can't tell you how many times I'll give you an example. It was just a couple of months ago. I was at Delta Airlines, and there was this woman behind the ticket counter, and I looked at her and I said, why don't you just give a smile? You got a line of people that you have to help. Why don't you smile? And her line was, they don't pay me enough. And I touched her on her hand, but from my heart, it wasn't sarcasm. I said, and they never will. They never will pay you enough, because you're not giving. And it's obvious that your energy level is right down here, and everyone that's in line is picking up on that energy, because you're lacking the passion and enthusiasm to know that, yes, that flight was canceled, but you can help them somehow, some way, by letting them know that they're going to get on the next flight, and you're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, whether you work for American Airlines or you get a phone call, or you deliver the mail, right? Like, you could deliver the mail for whatever the government now pays to deliver the mail. But if you're the most I have the best mail carrier. He is amazing. And when Jordan's here, I'm like, hey, thanks for getting my mail. Like, and he does it with a smile, and he's happy, and he's grateful, and he's like so excited to give me my mail. Right. Yeah. So like it doesn't really matter what you do. It matters how you do it.
Yeah. But you guys generate that business everywhere you go. I spent 4 or 5 days with the two of you.
Everybody.
I know every restaurant we went to, you knew everybody, and they were hugging you. Therefore, the service was exceptional.
Yes. And there was a point where we didn't know them, but we talked to them,
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just popped in here to say, hey, and I'm going to back out now. Yep.
All right. Hey, I just want to tell you, I love you, and thank you again for
love you both.
You made me feel at home, and I hopefully we'll get together at the end of February again.
Yes.
Let me know.
Something really cool.
I think I'll be there too.
Give Jeffrey a kiss from me.
Okay. Bye.
Right. Love you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Folks, that was the amazing Jennifer Gitomer. If you knew anything about her, you would say, yes, she is and you know her, Kellen Ann.
She's my coach.
She's a life coach. She's incredible. She gives spiritual retreats throughout the country, and to high-end Fortune 100 companies and all kinds of people. And she's just, I love her. And boy, I got to tell you, they ignited something in me. And Jeffrey's been she really put me on the spot when I said that. One of my closest friends for 30 years, if not my best friend. And when he invited me there, the information he gave me was exhausting. It was exhausting. And he didn't ask for anything in return.
They're both amazing, giving, generous, wonderful, loving people.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, folks. So before we end the show, let's see a couple of more comments if you can, Bruce. Lisa Perna, favor. You guys, by the way, Bruce, Kellen Ann, you got to see the show when I have Lisa Perna on there.
I can't wait.
You talk about the God within. This woman will rock your boat. I'm telling you right now, she is. Yeah. Did he wear the smoking jacket at Gitomer's? Actually, no, I didn't, but I probably should have.
Bring it in February.
Yeah, I know. Any other comments? I'm sure there are a lot more. Hi, Steve. I met you at Morgan's birthday party. Yes, you did. How you doing, man? Morgan is Jeffrey Gitomer's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I met a lot of people there, and everyone has passion and enthusiasm. It was pretty cool. What else we got there, Brucey? Ted Neagle, you didn't tell me how you're doing. You didn't give me any information. I know you were having some problems the last time, and I was quite concerned, but at least you're awesome. Thank you, my love. You're
Wait, I
awesome
think she's
too.
talking about me.
Oh no, I'm sorry, she's talking about me. Okay, all right. Just thought I'd let you know. I've known Lisa for over 40 years.
Wow.
She was she was the host of.
She doesn't look old enough to have known you for 40 years.
I know a lot of people. No, she doesn't actually.
That's
But
right.
I know Lisa and Rob Perna when I was doing my TV show Live at Rascals. It was a comedy show that was performed on TV and every Thursday night. And Lisa was one of the hosts, and Rob Perna was the director producer. And as a matter of fact, he owns video clips of me from 42, 43 years ago.
Go put that up, Bruce. Put that up.
Put that up, Bruce.
I've got them queued up if you want to see them. Of course, that was before the beard and the mustache.
Oh shit!
No. Put up Lisa's comment first.
What's Lisa's comment? Oh, I was talking to her.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay. All right. Boy, I'm putting my foot in my mouth all night here. First with Jennifer, now with you.
Oh my God,
Holy
this is
shit,
so fun.
give me a
I forgot
break.
how much fun this was.
That's pretty funny. What's the other thing Bruce wanted to show? I hope it's
We had
not an
something
old
he
clip
was
of
going to
me.
show us.
What?
I thought he had something he was going to pull up.
Okay.
No, Steve said he would fire me if I ever showed footage of him before
Oh.
the beard and mustache.
No, you can do whatever you have to do. I don't
No,
care.
you don't want to see the footage. Your comedy stuff.
What is it? When I did porn?
Wait,
Well, that
you
too.
can't show things before my beard and mustache or his?
The early days of Steve Rizzo on stage when he wasn't as dashing as he is today.
As
Dashing.
Dashing.
Distinguished. Yes, I had a
Distinguished.
dashing way about me. We can't blame others for our bad choices. That's true, Lisa, because that's the way to stifle passion and enthusiasm. That's how you stifle it. When you can't take responsibility for your screw ups, for your mistakes. As I said in the book, Conversations with Bob, the second principle of the book is you are the only problem you will ever have. And somewhere within you, there is always a solution waiting to be discovered. You just have to learn how to be still to allow the solution to reveal itself. And by the way, finding the solution doesn't necessarily mean that your problem or challenge is going to go away. But this higher part of you, the God part of you, will help you to work your way through the problem or the solution. That's what empowerment is all about. And it might take a long time. But if you acknowledge it, that it's there, that's what ignites the passion and enthusiasm.
Yep.
I hope you folks get this. Well, this was a really good show. Kellen Ann, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. I'm so glad your career is kicking ass in so many different levels. Bruce, again, thank you for doing a scrupulous job. Lori, thicken, we will connect very soon. I understand you are working and trying to listen to me at the same time, but I love you, and I'm glad you're even attempting to listen to me. And Dan Altmeyer, you and I, we click because you keep telling jokes that I try to understand, and yet I laugh anyway. Did you ever, remember the way he was at Jeffrey's event? He would just come up to you and tell this joke, and very dry, and he'd walk away.
It was hilarious, though.
I know. Oh, I know. I love you all, folks. And if I did,
love you.
Actually, so we do the show every 2 weeks, but for those who need Steve on a weekly basis, we have a podcast. So anywhere where you get your own podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, all you got to do is talk to Siri or Alexa and ask for Steve Rizzo's podcast. Play it
that's
for
all you got to do. Say, Alexa, please play Steve Rizzo's podcast. And as you're playing it, if you heard it before, if you want to go on, just say, play the next one. That's all you have to do, and they'll do it.
That's amazing.
And I think it's really cool, isn't it? I know.
Yeah,
I kind of love that. Again, folks, I love you. Thank you for watching. Please share this with your friends, business associates, family. And as I said, this is a show that's trying to take people to another place in life. That's it. It's very simple. Harness, and reveal your passion and enthusiasm in everything that you do, and watch your life take a turn for the better. And please go to yourinnerbob.com. If you haven't purchased the book, I think you should. I guarantee you will realize how much power you have over every aspect of your life. I'm not bragging. That's Bob talking. Anyway, I love you all. Take care. Kellen, stay on, and we'll converse a little bit. Love you all. Bye.